Hello, WGT golf fans and friends. This is Straight Up Green from Blood and Fire Golf Club in WGT Golf. Today, I'm going to answer a question from one of the people that frequently post to my YouTube channel. Phoenix, this is a shout out to Phoenix. And Phoenix asked, hey, can you give me a little video of what you're doing or what you're thinking on those 3 to 9 foot putts. 3 to 9 foot putts. And mostly I'm thinking, oh my God, please go in, please go in. And they usually don't. So I just want to say, Straight Up Green is straight up here. Putting is hard, and it's one of my weaker areas of this game. And but hey, you know what? I'll give you what I know about it, and you can make up your own mind. First of all, I'd like to also acknowledge a couple of people that that I went out when I first started this game and looked into some things about the game. One is Young46 did a really good video. I think it was putting, JC Sneed putting method or something. Just Google Young46 JC Sneed and you'll probably come up with that video. And then I was pointed to a blog. So if you look up, go to the WGT, you go online, you go to WGT, and you go to WGT community and Google Mistress Cossette. That's Cossette, and she has a blog on her page. So you can scroll down and read her blog. And it is really, really in-depth and very mathematical, but a lot of good insights. So if you're into math and you're into this game, that will probably enlighten you in a lot of areas. So give that a shot. And the reason I mention that is one of the things I'm going to say before I start out on this video is that you can't hit a putt in this game without a little math involved in it. Even if you're doing it in your head, a 9 green speed putt is 1 for 1. So if I'm a 9 green speed and I have a 10 foot putt, I should hit it 10 feet. But a 12 green speed green is not, if I hit it 10 feet on a 12 green speed, it's going to go way past the hole because it's a much faster green. So I'm going to hit a percentage of 10 foot on my slider bar to get to that hole, or I'm going to go way past it, right? And that percentage is basically you take 9, which is our 1 per 1 known factor, right? And you divide it by the green speed. So if it's, if it's 7.4, like a slow green speed, so I'll take 9 divided by 7.4. and I get 1.21. So I take that times my distance. So if I take 10, right, times 1.21, I'm going to hit it 12 feet. To get to, because it's a slower green, I have to hit it harder, of course, than 10 foot, right? So it's 12.1 feet. And if it's a 12 speed green, I'm going to hit it 0.75. So 3/4 of the distance to the hole So I would hit it 7.5 feet, and it should go all the way to that 10 foot and drop in the cup. That's the theory anyway. Now that's the easy part, right? Is figuring out how far to hit it and how hard to hit it. That's the easy part. The hard part is the break. The break is incredible. Now, like I said, you can read Mistress Cosette or J.C. Sneed Method of Putting from Young 46. They'll talk about break in their content. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to suggest, you just kind of feel it out. Feel it out, because I've never been successful in any computation on the break. It just is, it might get me in the ballpark, but it won't put it in the hole. And you just gotta feel it out, and that's my advice to you: is you feel it out and you try to put it in the hole. So let's just go. I'm out there, and we'll putz around with this a little bit. Not a pun. And we'll see what we come up with. I'll just pick some random course. We'll pick the fastest speed green we can, which is tournament. I'm not really sure why that is, but wish they'd give us 13, 14 green speeds to practice on, but they don't. Alright, so let's just put something up there. And hopefully that don't go in the hole. Good. So I get to put it. No, I get to put it a long way. Now I think the objective, right, is to put this 3 to 9 feet. This is much longer than that, so we'll do it anyway. Now I'm going to ignore this green bar here. It lies sometimes anyway, so I'll just do my calculation. 43.1, 23 foot up. And go watch, subscribe to my channel and go watch my putting lesson thing. It'll tell you that, elevation and escalation is basically for every inch, you add or subtract a foot. So 43 and 23 up equates to 66.1 feet. So I would need to hit this 66.1 feet, but it's on a 12-speed green. So I'm going to probably hit it about like it was, I don't know, maybe 151, 160, something like that, feet. Or not 161 feet, but maybe about 50, 60 feet. So you'll notice that the dots, oh, by the way, I'm using a classic. You see this little lock here where I can move this around? This is the classic mode, and to understand the classic mode, you can go to settings, and it gets putting grid. Where is that? Right here. You can put it on standard. You'll notice now the dots seem to be moving a lot slower, and I don't have that little lock thing. This is the newer style of putting, and I like the classic mode because I grew up using the old flash method in this game. So for me, the putting grid, I like the classic. So I'm just, what I go over today will be in the classic mode because that's the way I putt. All right, and so you'll notice the dots are moving this way, and then they come back this way. So it's probably going to be somewhere in there, and then I'm going to hit about 80 on the, we're on 12 speed greens. Yeah, so maybe about 99, 100 on the 50. Alright, that's not bad. But you'll notice that it didn't move too much coming up that hill, and that's pretty typical in this game. If you notice that it looks like it would move way over here, but it really doesn't. And some of that is just pushing it back, but some of it is really because the dots just don't move as much when they come uphill.
Knocked right in the cut.
That's just showing off. So let's look at something a little more practical. You know, the 3 to 9 footers. And I'm just going to try to give insights as I go along. I don't rehearse these things, so
That's a huge
hopefully you
drive.
get something out of this by the end of it. I'm just going to purposely miss this, so I'll just punch it over there. Try to get 3 to 9 foot.
On the dance floor.
Damn. Didn't mean to get that close. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get out of here. Alright, 7.7 is a good distance away. Now, how would I do this putt? Here, we're getting to the meat of this now. Right? Now, I'm on, first of all, let's look at the distance. Well, I'm only going to do this once. I'm only going to do the distance thing once, and the rest of this video, you know, do the math on your own. But the distance is the easy part, like I said. So 7.7 times 0.75. You shouldn't be asking me why. Is 5.7, and then 2.7 inches down is about, take 2 foot off. So I should be hitting like 3.7. All right. And if you look at this, this says about 3.7. Liar. I'm going to tell you that the math is right, but in practicality it is not right, because you need to give it just a little bit more oomph, as Mr. Cossette would say. But I like to say, you know, just give it a little bit of extra, you know, so that you can get it down there, work through the break, and put it in the hole. So I'm not going to talk about break calculations or anything like that. I'm just going to field putt this, and it's not going to break much. As you can see, it's pretty slow moving dots. They're moving, right? So there is going to be some break, and I just got to kind of feel this, right? That it's going to go from here. It's going to go this way. Let's try it again. And where was that apex? Right about there. Right about there. And I gotta like feel it. I'm gonna give it. Now this says I should hit at most like 3.7. I'm gonna hit about 4.8. We're way up here. Boom. Hit that putt. So that's how I do it. And I know at home you're saying, well, shit, he didn't give me no calculation. Pardon my language, by the way. He didn't give me no calculation. He didn't give me no mysterious, formula. What he gave me was he just felt it out and he hit the putt. That's exactly right. That's how I do it. I feel it out and I hit the putt. Those of you who've ever played Congressional and then played this hole may not know, but if you got abilities on, you can make it all the way down there. Free tip them up.
That's a huge drive.
Okay. Let's get on the green over here, maybe somewhere. That's pretty good. It's at about 93, 92, whatever. Just do not get close to that hole. Great. 7 yards is probably about 21 feet. 6 yards, about 18. And it keeps on moving. 5 is probably about 15 feet. So 16 feet. Okay, so that's good. A lot of us are in this range all the time. And my goodness, do we get these dots a rolling all the time. Okay, so I'm not going to do the math on this one. I'm just going to hit the distance. You can go out and do the math yourself. But I'm going to use my little calculator and do it real quick. I'm getting about 66 on my 20 meter. And if I look at this, if I hit it that way, right, where's it going to break? And I'm thinking that's not enough break. It's going to probably go that way. That might be better. Alright. What did I say about 66 on a 20? Oh, close. Let's do that again. And so yeah, you can kind of get a feel for that. Understand where it's going to break. And once you know the distance, I mean, all you really need to do is understand how to kind of fake that break. Get in there. Oh. Getting closer. But that's a pretty tough putt there. I mean, you're not going to make this putt probably too often. There are some people I know that will, but not many. In the hole? Oh, look at that. So, I'll give it one more try. I don't want to bore you guys with me sitting here tin cupping this putt all night. But you can see I probably have about the right green speed, or I mean the right speed on it. There we go.
Great roll.
I'm just dorking around that break. And yeah, you know, it's the break that that gets you in this game. And if you can, you know, get good at feeling that break, you'll be really good at this game. And I don't really have a better suggestion other than what I've showed you tonight. It's like that feel is just absolutely mandatory. You need to do it. What did I pick? Kilo. Oh. I'm a glutton for punishment. They have a saying in this game that's like, when you miss a putt on keel, you've been keeled, because the greens on this thing are just like absolutely insane. They have, you know, multiple breakers, and it's just crazy. So that I'm even attempting this.
That's a
is
huge
just
drive.
ludicrous. Let's miss it on purpose. And you will see what I mean. Huh, it's not too bad. But notice the dots just move all over the place. Alright, so in this situation, it's really interesting that I'm not seeing a lot of movement at all, which is rare for this course. But I am seeing, see that one's moved a little bit, that one's moved a little bit. It's almost like if I could hit it straight at it and get a little extra speed, I can work through those little movement dots and still get in the hole. So let's do my calculation. 15. For speed, and I'm getting about 69 on my 20. Get that about 70, and it should wait. Like, not even worry about that break. Oh, that is weird. Maybe I didn't look at it both ways. Let's try it again. Oh, there, right there. I didn't see that earlier, but see these dots moving right here? That really impacted my putt. I didn't seem to notice that earlier. Weird. Okay. I am old and senile. Sorry. But yeah, that definitely ruined my putt. See those dots moving there? That would have. If I had noticed it earlier, I would have definitely played it. All right, let's try it again. Boom. Goes to the cup. Ah, weird, I didn't see that. That is the difference between winning a tournament and losing a tournament. Attention to detail.
That's a huge drive.
Huge. All right. What else? Let's put it out here somewhere. All right, let's. I've been hitting these longer putts, which is not exactly what I was asked to do by Phoenix. So let's get in a little closer. Okay, that's about 8.3. That's in the range Phoenix was talking about, 3 to 9 foot. All right, this is a good one. Look, Kiowa all over it. So this this right here is moving, and there's not a lot of movement beyond that till I get here, and then it comes back in a little bit. But still, the movement here is a little bit more than this, so I might go right edge of the cup. As I'm facing it, right edge of the cup. Wait a minute. It's not right. That's gonna move that way. Yeah. Left edge of the cup. As I'm facing it. And 8.3 and 0.1 up. Let's do my calculation here. $73, $75 maybe. Go 73. Boom. And let's go down.
That's a huge drive.
And so, yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I just kind of like look at those dots and see how they're moving. And I adjust from there. I have no idea why that's giving me heartbeats. Fake heartbeats, I guess. Oh, this is boring. Look at that. Straight in putt. Alright, straight in putt then. 9.3, 2.2 down. What's my calculation say? 9.3, 2, what did I say? 2.2 down? Okay, so, I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. When you get these, hit them in the heart of the cup and just, you know, give it a little extra and don't miss too bad like that. You notice how I when I went to the right, it moved to the left. Pretty interesting story there. But if you miss to the right, it kind of goes to the left. You miss to the left, it kind of goes to the right. So let's do that again. What did I say? About 63. I need to ding this. I can't. What I mean by that, I'm just gonna let this go out. Hands up. All right. I do not want to miss putt this left or right. I want to hit right on this bar, and that's because it's straight. When you get a straight putt, you need to ding or get very, very close to it. Because if you don't, that happens. And for me, who I never, I hardly ever ding So for me, this is like the hardest putt. For some people, this is the easiest putt. I gotta put it right on that ding. And it's just not happening. That's weird. So funny. You know, like the easiest putt that I've had since I started this video. It's the hardest one for me. There we go. And it still wanted to go out this way. I don't know why. Let's hit one more. Just you know, different kinds of greens, different kinds of weird stuff happens. The more I do it, the more we'll run into situations where you might learn something. So let's find something just a little different. Oakmont's a terror. Let's do that. There is not a person in this game who's any good that doesn't look at Oakmont with some fear on high-speed greens. If they don't have fear, then they have no common sense. Or they're just super good.
That's a huge drive.
Huge drive. I'm not supposed to do that. Forgot. That's okay. That's 3 yards up. It's got a little movement. Not much. That's probably a good thing to see. So 8.4, 0.2 up. And remember, uphill putts break less than downhill putts. Downhill putts break more than uphill putts. So this isn't going to break very much. There's not much movement anyway. But if I give this much more than like just the edge of the cup, it's not going to go in the hole. Alright, so we're on a fast green speed, so I'm going to hit that about 8. And I did not ding it. And that is my weakness. I'm going to tell you right now. Dinging is my weakness. My thing is, it's just like, I got to get it close to the ding when I'm supposed to ding putt. There is such a thing as off dinging, where you offset the putt, and it goes in the hole, and you do it on purpose to like go through hard breaks and stuff like that. I haven't really run into that so far on these last few holes that I've been playing, so it's kind of weird.
That's a huge drive.
Need to get some fast moving dots. The Oakmont should give me that. Surprised it hadn't already. And that's way out. Let's try to set it up this time so I get some fast moving dots somewhere. How about right there? Just about put that in the cup. Didn't mean to. The cough. Come on, man.
Never in.
Got that right. Oh, here we go. Alright, now we got some movement. Not much, but some. It's about 8 speed. 7 or 8. Alright, so 5.6, 0.4 down. If I were to do the calculation, it says I should hit about 49 or something. But I won't hit 49 because when you get into these short putt situations, you need to give it a little extra to move through that break and get it in the hole. And that, my friends, is a trick that's hard to learn because it's counterintuitive. So in that case, I will probably give it less break than normal and hit it harder. I'll probably hit that about there. See what happens. Alright, I gave it too much. Let's go back. But I think you're getting the idea here. Is you give it less break, but you hit it harder so you can get through the break. And because if you don't, you're going to have to hit way out here, and then, you know, it's almost impossible to make it. So you just got to give it less break and hit it harder. And that's what I do. So that's right up there. And hit that about 54 or something like that. And there it goes in. Alright. Good thing on practice screens, you don't keep stats. So that double bogey, you know, with all that messing around I did, won't count against me. So that's why you should go to practice screens.
That's
You
a
won't screw up your
huge drive.
stats. But you don't care about stats. I don't care about them that much. Obviously. Alright. This will be the last hole. Should be a good one. Alright, this is right about up there somewhere. Just try to get someplace a really nasty lie. Little 6.9 footer. Really fast moving dots. Nasty lie. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. So this one's going to be challenging, but the same principle kind of applies. I need to hit a little faster, get through the break. Don't give it so much break. First of all, let me just see 6.9, 0.7 down. I do this not because I need to, but just give me a sanity check. Saying I should hit at 5.6 if I did the calculation. And of course I'm going to hit a little bit more than that. I'm going to get a little bit more break than I would normally. I don't even know how that even went over the hole. Doing anything. That's crazy. Alright, let's try it again.
Solid putt.
And as you can see, because I let it go past, it came back in. So that's what you call off putting and it will help your break. So practice around with that a little bit too. If you go hit it early or you hit it late, it will affect the break of those short putts, and you can use that to your advantage. I'll let you guys, practice that on your own. Go to those practice greens, find you some of them really hard breaking short putts like that, and off putt it, and you'll watch. You'll see that when you do it, that it almost, instead of like having to take the ball out further to the right or left, that off putting, just like when you hit a ball into the wind, and you hit early, the wind won't affect it as much or late, depending on which way the wind's blowing, because you hit early or late and you put a different kind of spin on the ball. Well, same happens in putting. If you hit early or late, it will affect the way the putt breaks. So give that a chance. I mean, go to the putting green, play around with that. Play around with the feel. Feel the putts, man. Just get in there and mess with them, feel with them, and understand what the ball's doing. And after a while, it'll come to you. And I mean, nowadays, and I'm not claiming to be a great putter, but I can throw some putts down, man. I don't want to brag about it or anything, but I hit long putts, I hit short putts, I hit a lot of putts all the time now, because I don't try to overthink it. I just feel it. I just see that, that line and that apex of the putt, and I know the distance I'm supposed to hit it, and if it's way out to the right or left, I might give it a little extra power. If it's going uphill, I might give it a little extra power. I might give it a little less power going downhill. But after a while, you'll learn to understand that break, and the break is, I'm just going to say it outright, the break is it's the killer. It's the thing that nobody can really master until they get a feel for it. And no computation that I've found to date, and I've went out there and read, and I've went out there and watched, and the masters have given me their calculations, and I've tried to apply them, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Most of the time when I make a putt, it's because, hey, I feel in my heart that I'm going to put that in, and then it goes in the hole. And so you have to play with it a little bit. There are some mechanics to it, but a lot of it is feel, and there's no way to really teach that other than practice. Get out there, practice. Take what I've shown you today, go out there and practice it, and hopefully that will help your game. So this is Straight Up Green. Have a great day, great evening, whatever time of the world it is for you, and make it a good one. Straight Up Green out here.